What's up everyone, Andrew Bainey here, and on today's video we are going to be taking a look at the SLAMURAI overdrive pedal from All Pedal Electronics. The SLAMURAI is an overdrive pedal that can give you anything from a clean boosty crunch all the way to a modern high gain tone. It features a treble, mid, and bass EQ knob, as well as an overdrive and a level knob. And last but not least, it obviously has this awesome custom graphic which looks super sick. And it's called the SLAMURAI. That's like one of the best pedal names I've ever heard. But with all that being said, without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys how this pedal sounds in a full demo mix, and then we're gonna go through a few solo tone examples so you can hear what the pedal can do. Without further ado, this is what it sounds like in a full mix. Okay, now that I've shown you how this pedal sounds in a full demo mix, we're of course going to go through a few of the pedal settings and show some different tones that we can get using the SLAMURAI overdrive pedal. So first and foremost, what I'm using is my Rev 100P right here on the blue channel, which is completely clean. I have the treble and the bass set to the middle position, so noon, and the mids I have slightly high at like 1 or 2 o'clock. And that's pretty much all there is to the clean tone, and it sounds like this. So again, just to show you guys what the amp sounds like when it's completely clean. So now if we switch on the SLAMURAI overdrive, it sounds like this. So again, in this instance, all of the overdrive is coming directly from the pedal. There is none on the actual amp, completely clean, and it sounds pretty awesome. For this main rhythm tone, I have the level and the overdrive completely dimed all the way to the max. Same with the mids. The treble I have at like maybe 75%, and the bass I have way lower at 25%. And that's what I was using for that main like chunky rhythm tone. So one thing I also noticed with this pedal is even though my overdrive and level are completely dimed, it actually was borderline too little overdrive for my taste. So you have to actually pick really hard to give it that extra oomph that you would expect from a modern metal tone. So if I'm picking really lightly, for example, whereas if you pick really hard, so that's something to definitely bear in mind if you're ordering one of these pedals for yourself. You might want to throw it in front of something that already is a little bit overdriven and not completely clean, like this example here, which is what we're going to try in just a second. I'm going to switch over to the green channel to give myself a little more overdrive, which might be a little similar to how some of you guys might be using this pedal. But before we do that, I want to do one other very quick guitar tone with the current setup. The only thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reduce the level to half and reduce the drive to half. So I had this going on in my demo song during that little interlude section after the breakdown, and I just played the exact same riff except just with way less overdrive to give it more of a crunch tone, and this is how that sounds. So as you can hear, this pedal actually has quite a range of possibilities with overdrive. So whether you're wanting to do the high gain metal thing or something a little more low gain and crunchy, this pedal can do both of those things pretty well. Okay, so I just switched over to the green channel on my rev to give myself a little more overdrive before the pedal even exists. So this is what the amp sounds like without the pedal engaged. So again, it's kind of like the crunchy mid-gain tone that I just used with the pedal and the blue channel, except this time around it's coming straight from the amp. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna overdrive the crunch channel. So we're gonna turn the pedal back on. Let's just leave it at the current settings and see how it sounds. So as you can hear, this time around, we only needed about half as much of the overdrive because, you know, half of the overdrive is already coming from the amp. So what we're gonna do is take this up a notch again. Let's set the drive on the pedal to 75%, and let's boost that level all the way up once more and see how that sounds. So as you can hear, you can definitely throw this overdrive in front of an amp that maybe doesn't have as much overdrive as you want. Or another use, and of course a big reason why people buy overdrive pedals in the first place, is to just give yourself a different option for a different sounding overdrive. So let's say you like how your overdrive coming from the amp sounds, but you just want to give it a different flavor. You can easily do that with an overdrive pedal, such as this one. So last but not least, real quick, I'm gonna turn this pedal back off and we're just gonna switch between the two tones one more time so you guys can hear it while it's fresh in your brain. Okay, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video. If you are interested in getting your own SLAMURAI overdrive pedal, go check out All Pedal's website in the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Of course, I wanna give them a big thank you for sponsoring this video. And last but not least, I wanna also give a big thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. If you guys are ever interested in audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.